Hi everybody, it's Rabbi Rosenberg here again with another teaching from this week's Torah portion. This week we have a double portion. It's Parashat Acharei Mot and Kiddushim, and the second half of that Kiddushim contains the holiness code, commandments of how we're supposed to be holy, and it begins with that instruction. God tells Moses to say to the entire Israelite community, Kiddushim tihiyu ki kadosh ani Adonai Elehechem. You shall be holy, for I, Adonai your God, am holy. Now, Rabbi Menachem Mendel of Vorki is a bit discouraged by this, because God's telling us that we have to be holy because God is holy, which sounds a lot like saying, you have to be holy like I'm holy. And Menachem Mendel of Vorki says that's not possible. I mean, no person can reach the level of holiness of God. But he says that's not the intent. We aren't supposed to be holy like God. Rather, we're supposed to be holy wherever and however we are in that moment. The Hasidic Rebbes tended to talk about the idea of different madrigot, of different levels of holiness. And they had this idea that we were always climbing and falling towards holiness. One day we might make an ascent and be in a holier place than we were the day before, and the day after that we might slip down a rung or two. And we spend our lives going up and down this ladder, struggling to become closer and closer to God. But the point, he says, of this commandment is that wherever you are, it is possible to be holy. Yes, there are days when we feel more and less connected to God. There are days where we feel more or less aware of the holiness around us and of the potential for holiness within us as well. But wherever we are that day, whatever level we're at, there is still the possibility that day of finding some holiness. We're never in a place where holiness is completely absent, completely impossible. And like every other teaching I seem to be coming across right now, it's a teaching which is so perfect for this crazy time of quarantine, because a lot of us are finding ourselves more often than we'd like in a place that doesn't feel particularly holy. We're tired and we're stressed, and maybe we're irritable, maybe we're short-tempered, maybe we're distracted. I know that my level of concentration and thought is not anywhere near its peak. And it can often feel like we just can't do anything meaningful right now. And what we have to remember is that just because we're not at our best doesn't mean that we don't have something very special to offer and very special to find within ourselves. I look forward to a day when I'm feeling more rested and more secure, and I can feel more aware of all of the great holiness without and within. But I'm not there right now. But I'm not completely not there right now. I still have moments where I can see something that makes me aware of transcendence, and I can still have moments where I feel like I've got something to offer that can bring transcendence into the world. So we're all our entire lives climbing and falling down this ladder, and it would not be the least bit surprising if the past few weeks we feel like we're doing more slipping down than climbing up. That's okay. That's just where we all are right now. Just remember that wherever we are, there is still holiness out there for us to find, and there's, maybe more importantly, still holiness inside of us that we can bring into others' lives. Have a great week, and hopefully I'll see everybody soon.